Barry Adelman says he and his family are lucky to be alive after being rescued by the National Guard. And Barry joins us from Austin, Texas. Barry, the most important question, how are you doing?
We're doing okay. Dealing with a little PTSD. When you're in a situation like that, or what I experienced, it felt like, water was coming to get you and there was really nothing you could do about it. Watching it come through the cracks in the floor of the second story, silently but quickly, and fill the room within minutes, trying to rush the family up the attic stairs, which was the third level, and watching it come up the stairs, and then coming home. It's our family home out there in Hunt, Texas. We live in Austin, Texas, in Round Rock, and I got to tell you, we had floods here too. And the thunder, all of that, it just brought back the memory of the night and all the things that happened, and it's been a little rough.
Barry, did you get any kind of notification or alert on your phone? And what time was it when you realized the water is coming in?
Yes, it's a great question. So approximately 4:12 a.m., our bedroom door was thrown open by a family friend, Chris Flowers. He was asleep in the bottom floor, and he heard electrical popping in the walls. And he jumped up to a foot of water on that level and ran up the stairs. What he did not realize at the time was that that floor was completely submerged in water. And when he ran up to the top of the stairs and threw open our door and said, "Hey, it's flooding, we got to get out," everyone congregated in the living room. And we looked out the windows onto the Guadalupe, and we saw cars floating at the second level of the home. And yeah, it was wild. But to answer your question, I got 8 total notifications. The first notification was at 1 a.m. and the second notification was at 3 a.m. And then past that, the notifications were coming, but we were in fight or flight.
Right. And of course, the time a lot of people got these notifications, they were asleep. You guys were some of the lucky ones. Okay, so the water is coming in, it's inundated the first floors, it's coming up to the second floor, and at that point, you and your family go where?
Yeah, at that point, in my mind, I did see the car with the lights on with people in it, going down the river, and we heard lots of screams. I turned around and grabbed my keys and ran towards the front of the house, which is higher ground, and ran out the front door trying to start the car to get my family in to get away. But when I got to the front of the house, the water was at mid-calf. And I thought, I don't want to be one of those people in the car with the family going down the river. I don't want to do that. So I ran back inside. The water was coming through the floor, and we decided right then and there to go ahead and go to the attic. So that's what we did. My 94-year-old grandmother, we gingerly got her up the stairs. My wife, Tara, grabbed our 2 Morkies. My cousin, Chase Wood, grabbed his cats. My grandson, Cole, was there. My daughter, Riley, her boyfriend, Dave. All of us got up into the attic. And it was there where we watched the water coming up the stairs into the attic. And at that point, we were trying to find things that floated. We were trying to figure out what we could do to have another escape. And so we found some Christmas tree lights in a bucket, and we untangled them. Thank goodness there was a window in the attic. And I went out onto the roof with the swirling water, kind of maybe, I think, about 2 feet from the roof line. And in the rain, we made ropes and tied them up to the chimney, and then from the chimney up and to the exhaust on the very top of the roof. The idea was that if it came into the attic and started to fill the attic, then we would need to go to the roof, and so we were ready for that.
But it never came to that because you ended up getting rescued by the Coast Guard, correct?
Not exactly. So the water kept coming to the top step. My cousin Chase Wood was at the top of the steps monitoring that. I was at the window. In my mind, I was wanting to make sure that we could safely get out onto the roof without it being covered with water to get to the top. And so we were watching both those places. And, I grabbed my grandmother, Betty Madison. That's Matteson, Betty Madison. And I put my arms around her. She was in the dark in the corner, and I just prayed with her. And before that, I had gotten a hold of my sister, and she was shocked, and she said, "What can I do?" And she was in New Braunfels at the time, and I said, "Listen, just tell everybody you know, have them pray for us." And the next thing that happened in my mind was a miracle, which is my cousin said, "Hey, the water has receded 6 inches." And then 10 minutes later, he said, "The water has receded another foot." And then 15 minutes later, he said, "It's gone down 3 more feet." And then it just kept doing that. And in our minds, we're still in a panic because we don't know if more rain is coming, because it had been coming for days.
Sure.
And we weren't sure, right? And so it got to the point where the water receded all the way down to the main level. And we were at that time able to try and go find water. But from what I have learned from this experience, water comes in, and when it goes out,
Right.
it sucks furniture and big items, and it was hard to get around.
So, Barry,
But
how long before you guys were rescued by the National Guard?
yeah, it's a great question. So when we got out, we walked out into the yard, and there were people in trees. And so I can talk about that if you'd like. It was difficult, but we gathered some of our things, and after checking on some people and trying to get some people some help, there were locals that were not on the side of the flood that were bringing in their big trucks, coming by, checking on us, bringing extension ladders and things like that. And I'm not really sure who made the decision or how it worked, but we were able to get to the United Methodist Church of Hunt, which is where they were taking everyone, and is there where we stayed until the National Guard came that night.
Understood. And how badly was your home damaged?
Oh, it's destroyed. That place, it's Casa del Rio, has been there since before I was born. It is a family home. We have a cottage there that is rented out from my grandmother's income. And, the whole thing, I mean, you can see the lines of where the water was all the way to the ceiling in each rooms.
Yeah.
It's just destroyed.
Well, you know what? Your entire family is okay. You're all alive. And
Yeah.
I'm so glad you gave us this opportunity to talk.
Thank you. I appreciate it. My grandmother needs a lot of help. She has the Betty Madison, Matteson Flood Fund. And a lot of people are saying they want to help. And if they want to help, just go to Betty Madison Flood Fund, Matteson.
All right, Barry. Thank you.
Thank you.